Hey guys,
It's Jen.
and it's Jonil. Welcome back to our 9 to 5 series, and this week we will be talking about how to play the game and how to deal with politics at work.
When I look back at my past intern jobs, every single place that I worked at had some form of politics or some type of game that everyone was playing in, and everyone knew that they had to play in order to progress. And one of the intern experiences that I had, and Jonil, you obviously remember this because I complained to you about it. Guess what happened? When I got trained in my job, the one guy was explained to me a process, and he really knew the background of the business that he was talking about, and I was impressed at that time.
Yeah.
But when we went to a meeting like 5 minutes later, and the whole team was there, the manager was there, he explained to me the exact same process all over again, and he like put on a huge show, and he was so confident about it.
Yeah.
And the whole team was like nodding and impressed. But in my head, I was like, what is going on here? Like, he just explained to me what is going through his mind. Is he not embarrassed? I know he's playing a game. In that same job, the first week, my manager was telling me, like, everywhere you go, when you go to the microwave, get water from the water cooler, like, shake people's hands, introduce yourself, put on a smile, show that you want to be there, because people are watching you, not only your direct manager, but every single person. So it's not really just about your work. It's about being well-liked. That's the name of the game.
So obviously you might wonder, like, is my hard work and talent not enough? And once you start working, you kind of realize, like, probably isn't. And you kind of see other people playing the game and they're really good at it. You can see that they're moving ahead in their career. But you don't want to be like that. Like, you don't want to feel really uncomfortable. You don't want to seem fake, and you don't want to like put on this show, and you might not want to play into certain things either. Like, you might not want to stay after work just so that people can see you, or like join certain committees just so that it looks good on your performance evaluation. And for me personally, like, the whole process just makes me feel really annoyed, and I just don't want to do all this extra stuff for the wrong reason. I feel like people can see right through me when I'm not being genuine, and it's just really obvious and just like a really awkward, embarrassing feeling.
I noticed that there's a difference between you and me. Like, for you, every situation that you're in, you're consistently yourself.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes we're in something and I can tell both of us are thinking, like, what is going on here? Like, something's weird about the situation. You're pretty much, like, straight-faced, and you don't really, like, get yourself involved and try to be a different person just to adapt. But for me, I'm someone that adapts to the situation because I like to be liked from people, which is a strength and a weakness. But so when I go to work and people are playing a game, putting on a show, I feel like I need to like challenge myself, put myself out of my comfort zone, and play into that. And what usually happens is I feel really uncomfortable doing it. When I put on a show, I go home, I feel really fake and embarrassed, and I ask myself, who do I even want to be? Like, do I want to be part of the game, or should I just keep my head down and just work really hard, because that's like the more respectable thing to do.
Yeah, but both sides have its weaknesses. Like, my side, the weakness is that I might stunt my growth, and people might not recognize or see my efforts, and the people who are putting themselves out there, whether they feel uncomfortable or not, could be the ones moving ahead. So obviously it's something that we've struggled with, and so something that we've came up with that kind of helps us in that moment is to know your strengths and play your own game.
Yeah, so what Jonil is saying is that when you know your strengths, you know naturally what you're good at, and so you can put your best foot forward to play in this politics game, and you change the rules of the game. So if you're playing a game that you're bad at, most likely you're going to fail because other people are better equipped and they know how to, like, if other people are really good at like talking really well and you try to like jump in and start talking, it's going to be very obvious and really awkward for you and for everyone else around you that's witnessing this catastrophe. For me, like, if I look back at my past job, I'm thinking my strength is that I'm very curious and I'm really good at building relationships one-on-one with people. So what I could have done is I could have booked meetings with people and asked them questions about the business, how they got to where they are, and that way I'm building a network with people one-on-one and slowly, and they'll know my face and they'll know that I'm hardworking and that I'm curious. And so I think that's my way of knowing my strengths and playing in the game.
So just remember that if you ever find yourself in the situation where you feel really uncomfortable, you don't want to play into what everybody else is playing into, just know your strengths and play your own game.